What?
Welcome to the 16. Caught you a little unprepared there, Sean. It's okay. Um, so welcome everybody who's going to watching. Go ahead, Sean. You guys almost.
Don't stop. Don't give up. Don't stop. Don't give up. Keep on trying.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
didn't realize we were starting. So yeah, because he was busy singing here, but that's okay. For those of you who are watching the Hangout, on our Hangout, just you'll notice to get started today, but for those of you who aren't familiar with the steps, you get started today. And right underneath that, and you can log in with Facebook or Pinterest or Twitter, however you like to log in, or you can just randomly create a user questions live. Uh, well, of course, you always ask questions live, but we can actually answer them live here too. That's the real awesome part. So go ahead and sign into that chat. We're here in the chat monitoring it. And can you hear me, Sean? Oh, okay. So you're saying you're muted. Yeah, I want to go ahead and introduce my buddy Sean here, and guys meet him a little bit. For those of you who haven't seen our hangouts or don't know him yet, so hi, Sean. Say hi. Your microphone is still muted, by the way. Ah, well, I
Oh, wait.
cannot
So
hear
you're no
him.
longer cameraman. You're not the one that's gonna. You're not the one that's gonna do the deal. You've got to.
Well, that one is just us because we know how we do it.
Right. Okay. So. Well, I don't know if this is actually going out, but I tell you what happened. It was a little garbly when you did the introduction, so I'm not sure if everybody heard that. And it's not switching back and forth like it normally does. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Can
I
you hear
can.
me? It's not. No, I know. That was my favorite running joke. But just in case anybody didn't catch that intro, would you do it again because it was a little garbled, and I'm not sure if they're even seeing me because it's not doing the switcheroo thing. So check your toolbox app and or cameraman app, make sure that that's working, and I might just bounce out and bounce back in to see if that works. I'm not sure, but
Okay, you may have it, but you are coming in fine on my side, and it's switching back and forth.
okay, it's weird because it's not doing it on mine, but hopefully we don't get the same thing that really horrible instance last time where we broke lots of things. So, anyways, hi, I'm Sean. I'm assistant team leader with TeamRhino, and Dan's lieutenant colonel, and basically, I like to hang around and keep trying to help him be motivated, and also drag him down by having him help fix all the stuff I break as far as all the technical stuff on my websites and stuff. But I've been working on line and joined Team Rhino about going on a year. It's been online for a year, but joined Team Rhino about a little under a year ago, and met up with Dan. And I got to tell you, just with the team, with the people, that everybody that we're involved with, that's working, and that we're working with. It's just so much that I've learned. If you asked me a year ago if I could basically, build an income that would, keep me afloat, not just keep me afloat, pay the bills, allow me to buy some toys, buy some extra toys, and go pursue my, passions, my interests in film production, directing, and then, of course, everything that entails, and not have to like really sweat and go crazy over okay, where is that next $20 coming from, where's that I gotta pay bill or that bill. Um, you know, um, I would never have thought that, now I'd be able to, I'd be hosting two websites. I'd have one for my own production, company, and one for my business, and have the ability to go and do these things. And it's just, it's really been an incredible ride. Today we wanted to talk about, I think it was like, there's a lot of people that really kind of can get run down, and I'll I'll be the first to admit that this, like any other business, like you can get, a little bit exhausted. You can get a little bit uh, just worn out, discouraged, and just, you want to throw your hands up and say, the hell with it. I'm done. No more. And really, that's it's funny because that there's a video that if you want to laugh, if you need some pickup, you check on YouTube and look up the video. Don't stop, don't give up, and you'll see why. When we went live, that I was singing a little bit, but it's this really, really great video, and it is a big pick-me-up. So hopefully that will help if anybody out there is experiencing that right now. But Dan wanted to talk a little bit about that and other methods besides the vortex that is YouTube, to keep yourself motivated and just not be discouraged and things like that. So Dan, why don't you jump in a little bit, and we'll go from there. So.
Okay, well, I actually was going to ask you to go ahead and go over the basics of YouTube. Um, you know, you were telling me how you had learned about how to avoid getting flagged and the common sense things to do, with YouTube marketing, video marketing.
Yeah.
And I want y'all to understand that video marketing is just one of the many ways that you can make money with what we do. And, most of the ways are free. YouTube is one of the best sources of traffic for free traffic, and it's very, very powerful. But a lot of people do it wrong. So, Sean, let's try something new here. Why don't you pretend like you're one of those guys that's going to do everything wrong and give us a wrong video?
Everything wrong. I don't want to. I like where your head's at, but I'm a little worried that if anybody like got halfway in and saw this, that they're going to be like, "Oh, that's a great idea. Let me do what he said," and then they go get their channel flagged. But if you like, I will. Is that what you want? Are you sure?
Yeah,
Is that your final answer?
Really want to? Then go ahead and throw yourself a lower third up there that says mock video, what not to do.
Okay, yeah, let's do. That's a good idea. Let's do that. So, yeah.
That way, if they're watching it, then they see that disclaimer that this is what you don't do. This is a great example.
Yeah. So yeah, let's do that. So, how not? I'm not used to this keyboard. I'm used to my laptop. Can't believe I got this. My desktop is back. I'm so happy.
Okay, and for those of you who might have missed the intro because Sean said that I was real garbled, we don't know if it happened that way on the broadcast, if y'all can hear me or not, but as I was saying, underneath the video that you're watching right now on our Hangout page, there's a countdown timer, and then there's a Get Started Today button, and that's where you say it with me. Get started today.
Get started today.
Yes, right underneath that is a chat box.
Today.
Chat box. Yes, there's a
right
box
now.
Today too.
No, right now.
And you can log in.
Get started.
Yes. And you can log in and you can ask questions, and we will answer them live if there are any people that have any questions.
I have a question.
So feel free to jump in. And yes, Sean, it is live.
When can they start? Can they start today?
Right now. They can start right now, today.
Cool.
Even if they don't have any money, because it's free. But
that's the important
take it away.
part.
Give us your.
You can say anything about that. It's free, dude. You should tell them more about that.
There's not a whole lot you can say about free, except that it's free, gratis. There's no charge. It's at the risk of mentioning another company name. It's their fault they chose the name. Zip, not a zilch, you know, and it's yeah. I mean, you can sign up for free. You know, we have now gone international too, and that's an awesome thing. But I want to give a heads up that a lot of people say, well, it's not free because I'm international. I have to do, you know, I don't have any offers, so blah blah blah, or there's not any free offers in my country. Well, you can still do it for free because,
How?
well, I'm not on the public broadcast because that would be way too much for somebody that's new and is not in that situation. Because if they're in one of the countries that has the free offers, then we'd rather them just do the easy way because the international is a bit different, it's a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to leave the specific instructions out unless those people that are in other countries that don't have offers ask us directly.
But don't we have a place that they can go to learn stuff? Isn't that like somewhere like near at the bottom, like after the button?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Like if they hit the get started stuff, isn't there some information that you have that you can share that like once they get started that we can tell them all that information?
If they're paying attention during the sign-up process, the sign-up process actually mentions all that in great detail. So,
Okay, so the answer to their questions is at the bottom of the page, but it's
when you're
disguised
signing
as
up,
get started.
yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of in the middle of the page, but yeah. So
Middle.
when you're signing up, if you are an international user, as you are going through the steps, when you complete step one and you log in on step one, you will see when you first log in, there's a great big message, International User Clarification is what it's called, and there's all the detailed information on how that works and how you can still make money for free with this system. And by free, I mean you're not paying anything for it. You're not having to, you know, mail them in a limb or even just a finger. You know, no money, checks, money orders, PayPal, nothing, nothing at all.
That's cool.
You will, however, need to be in a country that you can that PayPal works to accept payments in because that's how you paid. You do not send them any money through PayPal. They send you money through PayPal. So
And
that's how
there's like
that works.
191 of those countries, so there's a good chance that you're in one.
At last count, but they're constantly adding more and they're constantly adding offers for more of those countries as well. So are
Um,
you ready for your don't do this video?
yes, I guess so. As much as I can be. I'm not good at doing things wrong on purpose, but I will try. So,
Just pretend like you're doing it with Scotty. That was a great video I saw.
which one? We did a couple. The Cletus goes to Cletus gets started, or
Something like that. But I know you're
something
pretty
like
good at
that.
acting, so.
Well, we'll give it a shot. Basically,
Well,
okay.
first of all,
There's my
yeah,
disclaimer.
go
So there's
ahead.
my disclaimer. Basically, if when you're starting a video, if you're going to do this the wrong way would be, "Hi everybody, today we're gonna." First off, your title of your video would be, "Don't buy blah 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 or blah blah blah. Buy this," or "Before you buy this," or "Warning, don't do this," so on and so forth. Don't do that. That's not going to work. Okay, so it would, you'd start off your video with that. That would be your title. Would be, "Don't do this," because you know what? Everybody has a video that says, "Don't buy this, that, the other thing. Don't try." There's 100 of them, and there's hundred thousands of them, and they're annoying, and they're overdone. So if you start your title out with, "Don't go do XYZ product, try this first. It's free." Also, yeah, don't put free in the title. It doesn't help, and well, it can, but it really kind of like turns people off. People get annoyed a little bit, and so on and so forth. So your actual video content. PowerPoints, they're a little overused. Don't be, again, we're trying to start a video. "Hi, everybody. Today, we're going to do this and that and the other thing, and these guys over here, they suck ass. So we're going to tell you how to do this, and we kick butt, so we're ready to go. Do this now," so on and so forth, XYZ. Again, you're talking way too fast for the person that is paying attention. You don't want to shout at them. You don't want to like go crazy with that situation. They go that's going to turn people off. Again, the things that you want to focus on are, engaging your audience. So how not to make a video is, don't be crazy loud, don't speak super fast, and don't talk down to your audience. So don't be like, do you want to look like me? Do you want to be rich? Thousands of dollars will pour into your bank account if you took this link and enter it into your browser today. Okay, that's not going to work. How many mid '80s videos, late night videos? You see this little guy sitting on a Ferrari, a dozen gorgeous women standing around him, and goes, "I'm million now. I make $1 billion online. You can have my product now because I'm better than you." Don't be that. Don't be that. That's not how you make a video. So, don't do that. I'm Dan. I'm drowning here, man. Throw me a freaking bone, all right?
Well, if I throw you a bone, it'll just sink with you. So let me get a life preserver. Okay. I should
It'll
probably.
just waste a bone. It's just a waste of bone.
All right. I'm setting up a lower third just like yours.
Yeah, we'll work together on it. I need some help. I mean, come on. We'll work together on this. How not to make a video. I like this. This will be good.
Okay, I'll just look.
All right.
See my lower third there?
Yeah, it works. It works.
And I don't have... Actually, I do have one. I do have one right here in my...
You're getting a little garbly again. Check your connections.
Because what... I'm having trouble with Time Warner. I mean, my not named Empire.
All right, for everybody that can't understand Daniel at the moment, he says there's some trouble with the IRS and the FBI, and they're that he's working on that. Oh wait, no, that was Time Warner. I'm sorry, Time Warner is what he said, not the IRS. I guess they're close.
Yeah, a lot of people do this, and this is a great way to get people to lose interest in your video. Okay. So, we're gonna... Hi, my name's Daniel. I'm from TeamRhino. Okay, well, nobody what they do. Today I'm going to review Secret Money System by a guy named... I don't know if that's Harold, but our desk, and it costs you $119.99 to join, and it's a subscription for your. And then if you want the training, okay, it's $59. This is too expensive. I've got something that's free. Now I can click on that link below because I'm not. Oh, and yeah, Mom. Yeah, I got it. It's cool. Yeah, just click link below. Where'd it go?
Hey, Dan.
Not to. Yeah, lower third. I just saw that.
Oh no, that's not that. It's just that everything you said was completely garbled. Every bit of it, except for the "Hey, Mom." You want to try it? You want to give it? You want to do it one more time? But I get that. Yeah, exactly. It's like if that came through for everybody else, I don't know what's going on. But he said that did you? Basically, he's reading straight from the cue cards, or holding them, literally holding them in his hand, like like he said, like, "Hi, here's the script, Hi, my
I've
name is
actually,
Sean,
and actually,
and
Sean, I wanted to mention that because I have seen a couple of videos and I laughed hysterically because they have it right here. They think they're holding it in front of the camera,
yeah, off. They think
like
it's off
when they
frame,
can't be seen. So you see this great big spiral, and they're going,
right?
"Hi, my name's Daniel, and I'm going to review Secret Money System today, and
Or
it costs 149.95 to join, or it might be at 199. I can't read my writing, that kind of stuff."
yeah, I've heard that too. I love that, and you know what? And I get it. I'm not. I don't want to knock anybody because honestly, in my opinion, it does take a little bit of it takes some guts to get in front of a camera and go out and talk and try to you know um, have some kind of cohesive I don't know what you would call it. Just try to get out there and market yourself and be productive. It takes it's a scary thing. A lot of people. How many people do we know that would not do a video? It took how long did it take for like at least two people I know that were just they were rocking it. They were just doing so well with every other form of talking and advertising and marketing. But they wouldn't do video at all. Like they wouldn't even do like even just like some kind of like video like a picture montage or something like that. They just no video. And then they finally broke that, they got over their I guess you call it pseudo stage fright and then they go out there and they make videos and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my god, look at how much traffic I'm getting and this is awesome." But I love like you said that, it's like, "Hi, my name's Sean, and I want to talk to you today about super secret make money online system that will Gurin Gurin will make you a whole lot of money real quick." Like it's upset. So should we switch now? Should we do how to a better idea how to or at least an example of
Sure.
some good stuff?
That actually sounds like a good idea.
I think it is. I think it's pretty cool. Um, all right, so we went over a little bit of this last week, um, as far as like the way to do the SEO for your videos. One, again, I think we're going to assume that that most everybody, is going to be doing these videos from your computer, from your webcam, or from something of that nature. If you're doing them with more tech with more tech or with more gear, then yeah, that of course, yeah, there you go. That's what I was about to lead into. You've got most everybody now has a very very high quality camera in their pocket, on the desk, wherever. I mean, really, almost every smartphone now has a really great camera. This phone, the camera on this phone is almost as good as the sensor or the camera in my professional level uh, recording, my professional camera. So it's like kind of silly to me that I can put this on a tripod or put my it really drives me nuts. But you've got some great footage out of this. Dan and I worked together for doing a sales video for him, which I'd love to do. Can we screen share that? Can we cue that up just for a
We can do
demo?
that.
Can you do that? Well, I'll keep going on just what it is, but we were talking
Okay, so
about
just
just
to give
doing.
you, just, yeah, hey Sean, just to give you a heads up, while I do that, it's going to be playing audio, so I want to mute myself.
Okay, yeah, go for it. So we were talking, and Dan wanted to make himself a video for his own page, and so I said, well, what do you got? He's like, well, I got a cell phone. I'm like, that's great. Go ahead, go get some lights, and get as much light as you can in the room, and maybe look up a few videos on proper lighting techniques and things of that, and I'll be going over more of that on my YouTube channel. But light your, light this, go get a green screen, and so on and so forth. He's like, well, I can't afford to spend, a noodle. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money. So he went to Walmart and bought, like an what was it, about an 8 by 8 piece, about 8 foot by 8 foot, something like that, piece of green cloth. What was it like?
I had actually bought in 4 yards of fabric, so it ended up being about 8 feet by 12 feet by the time I got done, sewing it together, the two halves together, and all that stuff.
So 8 by 12 is awesome. I mean, that's a plenty good. And how much did that cost you? It was just green, lime green from Walmart, right?
Yeah, it was more of a, I wouldn't say lime because lime is kind of washed out, but it was a real bright green.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I have the actual original
Do you have
video with the
the
green screen in the
before?
back.
Oh, that'd be great. Let's see. So yeah, this is total do-it-yourself, video, and you could really pull off some pretty good stuff. Again, it just takes a little bit of lighting, and again, if you don't have a green screen, if you don't have an editing software, or if you don't know somebody that does that, literally a white sheet, stretch it out, light it appropriately, big, a lot of light. If you can swing one, get a like a shop light, like a 4 foot, shop light. Just go ahead and get that in there. You want a lot of light so that you can, see, and really just, that'll work. That'll pass. But we wanted to go into something where we wanted to have the ability to change out the backgrounds, and so we ended up. And we ended up doing so, and the footage he shot was absolutely great. And he wouldn't let me finish color correcting it. He liked the first one, so the first take so much he kept it. So I still am cranky. I still am like, no, it's not done. I have to finish the color wrap. I gotta finish the damn light wrap and color correct. He's like, nope, I like it. Leave it alone. But it looks, and again, these are just simple things. Like right now, this is a little bit more, I guess you could say, intimate situation. We're just sitting here chilling. But, a lot of the videos that we've seen, again, the don't make videos, when you look behind them, it's either, things are kind of chaotic. Someone's, the bathroom door is open down the hall, or whatever nonsense, Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what's going to be behind you. Know where your camera, is going to see, and kind of take a moment to prepare for that. And as I said, if you have a microphone that attaches to your computer, I would absolutely suggest using that, and you want to have that as close to you as possible. So that you don't have to work too much on fixing your audio. But then again, this is if you choose to go with shooting it with your phone or whatever. If you're going to make a video and just do it with your webcam, again, the same thing. Just be straightforward, be honest, and make sure that you're rehearse what you're going to say. A couple of times, say it a few times. And kind of get it into your head, even if you have to go through and do several takes, you might say, okay, I like that, but I said the wrong thing, or the best thing is brain lock, whenever we're just like, so, and you're totally stuck. You're like, oh, what was the line? So, Dan, have you got your stuff queued up there?
I have got the color corrected one that you sent, but that's okay. The originals I thought I had kept, but I didn't. So.
So you are using.
But I mean, people have seen the original. I mean, I know people have seen on TV how you have the blue screens or the green screens with people behind them, and it shows how they're doing the weather, for example. What they're pointing at is not actually on a screen. That's just they put their image on top of the graphics that they're using, and that's basically what we did. Now I don't have the originals. I got rid of those, but I can show you the color corrected finished product.
Let's see it. I thought you didn't use the color corrected one. I thought you used the first version, not the second one.
Actually, this one is. It was
Well,
not
I'll
where it belonged. I accidentally found it in the folder where it did not belong. So otherwise, it would have been deleted already.
okay. Well, I'll no.
But here we go.
Yeah, we'll see it. Hey Dan, I'm not picking any audio up off that. Stick your headphone mic
Okay.
up to the.
Well, I'm wearing a headset, so that won't work. But I can alter that. Just give me a moment.
Or you could just do a little automatic or automated dialogue replacement and just go ahead and talk over what you know what you're saying mostly, right?
Yes, but I'm going to take the headset off because I can boost it and it'll be very loud.
Okay.
So give me just a moment. Hey friends, my name is Daniel, and I'm that dad that you read about in the previous page. Now, I know your time is very valuable, and I don't want to waste your time, so I'm going to get straight to the point. First of all, though, I would like to say congratulations on deciding to work from home. Today is June 21st, 2014, and this week I have made $360. That you can earn money on the internet. This is very important. I would like you to pay. What you're going to do is use the step 1 and step 2 button to sign up. So are you basically yeah?
Yeah, yeah, it's good. I like it. So again, like leave the image up. Just leave it paused for a second. As you can see, we just simply replace this background, the green screen, with a nice beach scene. I even left in the waves rolling, of course, and the you look at your face is oh that's such a great face. You might want to skip forward to something where you smile or something, but. We left in the audio and I just brought it down a little bit so you could understand what Dan's saying, and really, I know that this is probably going to get a little bit like ranked. It's going to not look anywhere near as good because it's a screen share and it's on a Google Hangout and YouTube and so on. But it will give you the basic idea of what you can do with a cell phone, a couple yards of green fabric, and a pretty any kind of uh, reasonably, you know, decent editing software. I mean, we are moving a little bit above and beyond Windows Movie Maker Live, but Dan, what is the that you use, you said that you could chroma key out with. Oh yeah, just so anybody knows, if you want some more information, the word what we're talking about here, this is called chroma key, green screening and chroma key. Those are the same thing. Just so you know. So when you said that you found you were working with a software that you could use that did the keying very easily. Like my neighbors are having a horrible party. I should call the cops. They didn't invite me. Dan, I can't hear you if you're there, so I'm gonna. Well, we'll just go ahead and keep talking about this for a moment. Uh, Anyways, as we said, as you can see, we've got definitely 2 points of light here. We can see that the light on the up there. I guess he's back. Are you there, Mr. Friend? Are you there? Hello? Oh, well, till he gets back. Ah, wow, that didn't take long. Can you hear me, my friend? Can't hear you.
I'm really
Lagging.
no, I'm saying I know it's on a Google Hangout. but on Hangouts and Chrome, uh, Google Google products uh, that's crashed on me, but
Seem to be having some
you're
connection difficulty. Okay. All right. Till yeah, we can hear you, Dan. Just you're a little laggy and a little garbly again. I just think it's 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 Chrome, it's Google, and we it's a free broadcasting system, So what can we say? We get what we can. Give me a sound check again. Can you spit out some words for me?
some, most certainly, yes. As a matter
Cool.
of fact, I said I was going to mention Karin on the Hangout and say, wish you were here because I have Jack in the Box. So I know she
Oh, you're never gonna hear the end
loves
of that
those
one.
tacos.
Taco Man. I want
I'm
to
not really into
be.
tacos, but apparently she is.
I love tacos. Wait,
But another
she
thing,
if she's down here in the same, she's down here in Florida. She should have no problem getting some of the best tacos in the world. Maybe not Jack in the Box.
well, see, Jack in the Box does not have the best tacos in the world by far.
That's my
But they do
point.
have, but they do have a unique flavor, which a lot of people fall in love with, and I don't know why that is, but no.
It's all the
But so
MSG.
moving on from video, must be moving on. I wanted to show you guys. This is a notebook that I had found at Walmart, and you're probably wondering why I got this notebook.
Could you back it off the screen a little bit?
Is that a little bit better? Can you
It's okay.
see it
That's just
better?
letting the camera
Maybe it's
read
not
it.
the same.
Like, what's the title say? It's a little fuzzy.
It says, I can create drama out of anything.
Okay. Yep. Now it's coming through. There we go.
Now, the reason I got this notebook was because I thought it was a hilarious reminder. Now, there are people that, and I want to touch on this subject. This actually happened this last week. There was a gentleman that has not made any money with what we do. And I'm quoting here, this is exactly what he said.
Okay.
He said, this is a big load of crap. So I was thinking, well, let's see what's going on. So I went to his timeline, and I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled, and 6 months ago I found two posts on his personal timeline that had it was 4 words. Two posts exactly the same 4 words with his link. And that turned out to be the only advertising, the only marketing, the only work he had ever done. And then complained because in 6 months he hasn't made anything. You know, and he created, people jumped in telling the truth. They were giving examples and proof of their own income, and he was still saying that it's, this isn't proof, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's one of those people,
Yes.
okay? Now, this is a free system that we give away, okay? Doesn't cost anything, but I want people to understand that we're not giving away free money, okay? You'd be hard put to find somebody that does. Um, I actually said that to somebody. They said, well, what about the lottery? Well, you have to pay for a lottery
You
ticket,
still
right?
gotta buy a ticket.
Right, and then Publishers Clearinghouse. Well, how many magazine subscriptions did you go through before you finally won? So, I mean,
How many
this
people
is,
have ever won that? Like in real life, have you ever heard of anybody that actually won?
No, they were just using that as an example. But
Yeah.
that's the point of it is that it's a free system. It literally doesn't cost you a cent, you know? So we're here. We're always here to help. The entire group in this business is here to help, but also my own team members. They're just a great, great group of people. And, I don't know how I end up with all these good ones. I've had a couple bad ones too, but, it's not about getting something for nothing because that's what a lot of people are expecting. And I think the reason is because it's promoted that way. Now, this is a work from home opportunity. The key word there is work. Okay,
Work.
so yes, with what I make, I actually sit down and promote my business 1 hour a week, sometimes two if I have some extra time. And what I make is from that amount of work. But when I'm sitting there for the hour or two, I'm not on Facebook. I'm not chit-chatting. I'm working. Okay? So, yes, you can make some good money with this. Be willing to build a foundation, be teachable. Um, and if you are, you'll have no problems. We keep talking about Rachel. I'm going to go ahead and throw her name out there because I'm proud of her. She actually, when she first started a few weeks ago, maybe it was a month ago now, before she even finished signing up, she already had two people rolling, ready to go.
Mhm.
She couldn't even get her payment until she finished signing up. And that you can do this. It's not it's not
Magic.
difficult. It's not
It's not
complicated.
magic.
Right. Don't need a magic
Like,
wand.
well, really, it's not magic. It's not a magic wand, and just a little bit on what you're we're saying is, you know, um, about being teachable, putting in the foundations. Like anything else, it is work. Um, and it's not magic, but if a system like this, and Dan, we just lost image on you. If a system like this, if it doesn't, if it didn't work, if it really, really didn't work, how many people would be out there talking about it? I mean, really, if there were systems online to make money through the internet, then nobody would be talking about it. You wouldn't have people out here. If I wasn't making money, I wouldn't be. I'd be doing something else. I'd be, off doing something. And he's back. I'd be off doing something else. So I mean, really, I think that there's a testament to that says, hey, you know, some of these systems, actually do work. Don't be afraid to try them. But not just that. Don't be afraid that, or don't be surprised when you know, you realize that, yeah, you're going to have to work. Now, it's not the same as, okay, like you and I were talking about a lot of the systems that there's other, like work at home companies that outsource things and that they require you to buy stuff like an uninterrupted power source for your computer, um, and so on and so forth. And um, you know, a you know, what are Dan? There's other things that are required for that. There's besides there's a power source. You've got to buy a special phone, maybe add a special phone line. A lot of other stuff that you're going to end up to work on at home as part of this company, whether it's customer service or whatever function it is. You're going to be investing in that stuff up front before you could even get hired. I mean, they're going to say, like, do you have this stuff? So really, if you're watching this broadcast right now, you already have everything you need to get started. If you didn't have this, you couldn't start. And I mean, just that was just something to put in. Again, it's not a magic wand. It's not fairy dust. If you got started with any of these outsourced companies where you're coming in, you would have to log in at a certain time and be at your desk for a certain amount of hours a day, and then log out to get paid. And this one, the option is, it really is up to you. It's your choice. So I have my own team, and I've had the same issues, that same problems every so often. Well, not problems, but I've had these unfortunate uh, instance where I've seen someone that says it doesn't work, and then I go and say, okay, well, what have you done? And they, well, I I posted two ads, told my dog and my sister and my that's it. And this is something that takes time to build up. And now, as Dan was saying, and Rachel is a great example of somebody that is just going to do fantastic, because she, not just was ready, but she was, already, um, you know, she started working before she was ready to, like, before she was done, right? I mean, like, I don't know the best way to phrase that, but like, she was on the ball, and she knew that, I just, okay, so this is what I got to do. Okay, cool. And bam, she went out and got it. And that's what we're looking for, and that's the kind of people that are going to do very, very well. um
And I do
if
want to
you
mention also that just because we say that it takes a lot of work, now, the whole goal of this, at least for me, is time freedom. Okay, so when I talked earlier about laying the foundation, that's really where your hard work comes in, because I have a blog set up. It's a website that I have targeted using search engine optimization, and it's doing very well. And that's where most of my leads come from, most of my new members. And there's one other place that I get a decent amount of traffic from, which is YouTube. But those things, when you put them out there, they stay out there, and you just keep building on top of that and adding more and adding more. Okay, so it gets to a point where you can work only 1 or 2 hours a week, and the traffic is still flowing. So that's why I say it's not difficult, it's not complicated, but you have to be willing to lay that foundation.
Yeah, it's and like you said, it's discouraging for some people when they come in and they I guess they think that they're going to make $1 million tomorrow, and I specifically said that's not going to happen unless you win the lottery, and that really doesn't have anything to do with us. And really, it's again, it's about not anybody, Dan, myself, no one that works in my, at least on my team, and I don't think anybody from anybody in TeamRhino is going to say anything in the lines of, join us and make $1,000 in a week or a month or whatever. Like, now there are people that are doing that right now, and but we're not saying. So I'm not trying to tell anybody that you're not going to make money. By God, you are. As I said, that's why I'm out, buying pro camera equipment, and upgrading, buying new laptops and buying all this stuff and pursuing. I have the time now to go put, this stuff that I've been wanting to do to good use, because I have that income coming in, and that's because I spent the time when I started learning. And then when I started learning, to me, it was a money-making hobby. It was something I found. I'm like, I'll give it a try. The heck, couldn't hurt, right? And now a year later, like Dan said, the foundation's been built, and I just keep going back and tweaking and adding a little more. And as it comes on, you start to build it. But you have to maintain that attitude. You have to have that mindset, and so it will work for people that are willing to work it. So I'm sorry to keep interjecting on you, Dan, but I know I know the feeling, because it's discouraging for us too. When other people get, team members or people that we know, that we've talked to, that we helped, that we've answered their questions, and we've taken time away from our own business, from our own, okay, I've got to go do this work time, and to help out, and that we love doing that. Don't get us wrong. I love helping people out, but it's very discouraging when we put out the effort to help them, and they feel very discouraged, and then they get, like you said, this gentleman kind of threw his hands up, and but that's how you weed out the people that are going to be successful. I guess that they weed themselves out. Okay.
Yeah, and I will say that me personally, if someone is willing to put forth the effort, I will spend hours or even days on the phone with them. You know, doing some even with remote control software. You know, Sean knows that too because the technical stuff with his websites. I mean, I've been doing computers and internet for servers for over 20 years. So I mean, one of the strengths that I have, and that's my strengths at saying, which is why I was Sean was put those videos together because he's got the knowledge and the proficiency for that. And what I wanted to talk about today was touching on the subject of discouragement because now most people know that businesses go up and down. That just happens. It's the nature of having your own business. Business will get better and then it will get worse, and then it will get better and then it will get worse. So for those of you who are getting discouraged, one person in my team had talked to me about that the other day, and it's something that you are working for yourself, so feel good about knowing that you are working for yourself and that you're not working to pad somebody else's pocket. Even when it's slower, I mean, you can do a little more work, you can try something new. And like I said, this stuff isn't rocket science. It's really not. No, Sean does a lot of real complicated stuff with video, but most people don't. And that's
And it doesn't
not to
have
be mean, Sean.
it doesn't have to be.
Yeah, not to.
No, I just like it. That's my thing. But you're right. It doesn't have to be. You can make it very, very simple and get it done quickly. I just like to make things. I want to make the next damn polar bear Coca-Cola commercial because I love that commercial. I want that. That's me. But you don't have to try to like beat out Coca-Cola or Pepsi or any of these people that have billion-dollar campaigns. You don't. Though I will.
Yeah, and that's one of the things. Actually, I'm going to put you on the spot here too, Sean, because that's something that we had actually nuanced. Because I told him, Sean, you don't have you're spending all this time and doing all this extra work, and because this was in the beginning before he had actually built his foundation, and I told him it only has to be good enough. People, the special effects are cool. They really are. The graphics, the animations, the backgrounds and the sound effects. Yeah, that's all really cool. Love that. Otherwise, they wouldn't be movies that like
have
the
millions of
second and
dollars.
third Matrix movies.
Yeah.
The second and third Matrix movies, they were crap, but everybody was fast.
Don't you diss the Wachowski brothers, man.
The first one was one of the best movies ever made, in my opinion, just because of the concept of it. It's very imaginative. But my point though,
yeah.
What you're doing, you're creating a video for YouTube for somebody at home who wants to know how to work online.
Yeah.
And honestly, I mean, that's what Sean had gotten mad at me for, because I told him they don't care about the graphics, they don't care about the backgrounds and the animations and the sound quality, because what they're looking for is information. They have searched for information on how to work from home. So, as far as an introductory video, it's like, hey guys, my name's Daniel, and if you're watching this video, it's probably because you want to find a way to work online at home for free. I know you can see all the stuff in the background behind me on the fridge because my wife loves to put everything on the fridge, but it doesn't have to have all that extra stuff. I started when I started, I was 2 months behind on everything. My rent, lights, water, phone, cable, 2 months behind on everything, literally scrounging for gas. I found this. It took me a few weeks to get started, but when I actually put some effort into it, and did something with it instead of just saying, okay, I'm a member, where's the money? Then I make a pretty good income. You know, if you want to find out how, let me know. Click the link below, email me, call me, and that's really all that was needed. And he was so, I think you even yelled at me that night.
I was a little upset now because there's a couple times when it's just but again, good enough is such a relative term. I mean, really, it is good enough for who? For me, I want a certain level of quality and professionalism. I don't want to be, and again, this is me, so it doesn't apply to everybody else, and it doesn't apply to everybody has their own level. And I want it to look a certain way and be a certain way, and this is just my personal thing. So for me, because I feel like, okay, if I'm putting my name on this and stuff, I don't want it to look bad. And then Dan's like, okay, it doesn't. He's like, I don't want you to make bad videos. I just want you to get something, get more, more content. Go with mid-range and get more content out there, or figure out a way to make something that you can say, okay, yeah, I like that. I can put my name on that and get it out there. And it took a little bit of time for me to get over a little bit of the hurdles. I mean, God, like some of the videos, I was making videos and I'm like, when I go back and I go to YouTube and I watch them, and I'm like, oh my God, this looks horrible. I can't believe that. And oh, I stuttered once, or whatever, oh, there's a dead spot for 5 seconds. Oh wait, I didn't take out all that extra noise in the background, that terrifying little. That noise that
Meow
nobody
from your
heard right
cat.
there. Yeah, that noise that no one heard or noticed at all. But if 5 seconds, I didn't do a 30 seconds of silence, so I'm sitting there going, I hear a hiss or whatever, and it's, I think it's horrible, but it's not, and it just takes, it really, as I said, so we kind of came to a little bit of middle ground, and he's, it's like, just, don't worry about, it doesn't have to be a full production, just get something out there, make the videos and get going. And really, I think, Dan, it wasn't really the video or making them that was a problem. It was the concept of the content and being able to organize that and put that out there. I think that was really what stuck it. But finally, I just said, okay, well, I'm going to come up with a certain level that I'm going to be happy with, and I'm going to find a way to get to that level as fast as possible. And I developed a method for doing that. And so I said, okay, but this is how I'm going to do this. I built my own little method to be able to say, okay, I can punch together a video, find a topic, write myself a little script, and I made my own little rules. Anybody does this, they all like to think, they say a page is a minute. That's not necessarily true. If it's dialogue, whatever. If you're making a 7-minute video or a 3-minute video, whatever, write down what you're going to say, and then go ahead and record. Everybody, I mean, again, phone or your computer, you've got an audio recorder. So turn on a stopwatch. You can get a free one on your phone, and read what you wrote, and time yourself, so then you'll know how long it takes to do that. Say it at the pace you want. Things like that nature are great ways to help get, not just get yourself familiar with what you're going to say, and you'll find little you'll find your little mess ups. You'll find, oh, I wrote the word "and" twice, or that doesn't sound quite right, let me edit that. And so you refine the process, but you can do it quickly, and you can get through that, and really you can sit down and within 25 or 30 minutes have a very decent video, written, shot, edited, and uploaded, and that's not a big deal. And this is coming from a person that literally would spend 3 hours to 6 hours editing a 15-second piece of footage, because I wanted it to be spotless, and it doesn't have to be. Now, it has to be good. Just like Dan said, it has to be good enough.
Well, and it's like, that video that we had done a screen share with. Um, I don't think I let it go that far, or maybe it was just the audio was muted at the time. But it's there was a part where I messed up,
Mm-hmm.
and I laughed at myself in the video.
And
But
I wanted to cut it out. You wouldn't let me.
uh, no, because I'm a person too. I want people to see that, and just like the mistakes on these hangouts, with the
Well, that's
getting
live.
caught with your pants down singing and
My
that
pants
kind of
were
stuff.
my pants were up while I was singing. I'll
That
have you know.
that was an expression, by the way.
So
Getting
is
caught
that. I'm
unprepared.
not even wearing any.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
What are you talking about? Get started now.
Okay, but at any rate, um, for those people, you know, hang in there because it's right around the corner, and people kept telling me because, okay, I don't know if it's just because of the technical experience that I have, but people would come to me and ask for suggestions. They'd ask for my opinions on stuff, and apparently my opinion is pretty valuable to a lot of people. And to me, in my mind, I was saying, okay, I'm giving everybody this advice, and it's working for everybody else. So why isn't it working for me? And several people had told me, dude, just hang in there, keep doing it, be consistent, and one day it'll just boom, it'll just start happening. And guess what? I still don't know why that it happens that way, but it's happened that way for everybody I've known that's doing it. It would, well, with the exception of a few who jump right in, take the action, and they're mind blowers.
Some people just that they those are the ones that will, some people have to grind it out a little bit, like us, a little bit, And I mean, really, and when we're talking about the work that we're talking about, we're not talking about sitting out in the sun pounding rocks. Right? It's just not hard work that we're talking about. Your foundation, you don't have to, don't even touch a shovel, really. I mean, we're talking about just very simple stuff and really something that everybody needs to do. It'd be like anything else. If you're going to start doing something, it requires a little bit of research and the ability to, like Dan says, to be teachable, be coachable. You got to be able to say, okay, find out what's working and what's not. And I think I can only, like, I can't overstress enough is that we have whew, that was close. We have a freaking awesome support system with an unbelievable amount of training, and the forum there has so many people that will jump in and answer your questions, and it doesn't matter what kind. It's whether or not it's it's you're working and something, you're doing something you're not sure about, you're going through the training, and I can't overstress that enough. When you get to the support group, when we get you in there, there's a section totally devoted for anybody that is just getting started, and it answers your questions. When I got started, when I got started, what did we call? What are we calling the ones? The orphans, the internet orphans? Is that our term? My term?
We call them, or I call them, lost sheep. Yeah,
The lost sheep? Well, lost sheep, internet orphan, whichever you prefer. I got
they
started.
joined the flock. They've never been able to find their shepherd, but they joined the flock anyway.
Right, exactly. I got started, and so we jumped in, and the sponsor that I signed up under was around long enough for him to get paid. And this happens. It's an unfortunate fact of life, and that's why we work so hard to help anybody that's around. Because not all, sometimes sponsors go off to do other programs. They have to go do different things. It happens. Um, So I ended up in the office. I got started, got my free marketing system, got my website. I've got everything all set up. It's already done for me. So I've just got to go, and so I started watching the training, and I started doing everything that was in there. I had a lot of questions, a lot of things. I'm like, okay, that's good, but I don't understand this part, and so on. And I think it was like through maybe 2 or 3 weeks that I watched all the training I could get my hands on. The first, in the back office, and then I I ended up, I just was in constant contact with the support, people, and saying, okay, that's great, but how do you do this, or so on and such. And then they were like, oh, well, why don't you just go watch the training in the support group, because that's answered in this section. And I'm like, training support group, what's that? And so boom, I hopped into there, and I was just overwhelmed. I was so happy, and it was funny because I just stayed into the support group and was there watching every video and jotting down notes and remembering this, and really it was just so helpful. And I remember people saying, hey, you might want to slow down, you're going to get information overload. And at that point I was so starved with all the questions that I had, that no, I'm like, oh my God, I'm drinking this down. Let me, please God, give me all of it. I'm learning through osmosis. Just let me float in it. And so finally I got picked up with all that. Ended up again, like, just asking questions and talking to people in the support group. And that's ended up how Dan and I ended up getting to chatting. I can't remember what it is that what it was that we were specifically. I think I just wanted to pick your brain. I think that was what I asked you the first time that I said, hey, can we get together for a Skype call? I just wanted to get some advice, some tactics, some ideas. I just kind of whatever. And that was that Skype call was 9.5 hours long.
Yeah, it was
And
pretty long.
yes, it was. We it was early that evening. I had I messaged you, and you're like, yeah, sure. And yeah, so we started. I don't know. We started talking like just before dark, and yeah, it was like 4 in the morning, 4 or 5 in the morning before we disconnected. And that was and then the next thing I know, I'm on the team, and the next thing I know, I'm now assistant team leader, and the next thing I've got my own team that I run along with doing this. So it's it's an amazing thing, and it's as Dan says, it just takes a little bit of sit down, follow the training. It will tell you how to make the money. And we've had people that have gotten, and they've walked away, and they've come back, and they've started over. And they came in, they said, oh, well, I know how to do this. Okay, so they went and did it their own way. And this isn't just our training, but it's the training for everything. And they've come in, they've said, oh, I know how to do this, whatever, and they ignore the training. And then of course we can tell, because when they start asking questions in the main group, well, that's covered, so you should already know that one. But they've quit. We're done. Don't want any more of it. They walk away. Come back 6 months later, and they start over, and they go through the training, and they do it exactly the way we've outlined. And then they all of a sudden have their aha moment, or their moment, like Dan said, where things finally just start falling into place. And then they start really start bringing in some money, and so on and so forth. I mean, one of the first emails that most people get is from the creator of of the methods, right? And did you want to talk more about that, or
System, yeah.
I'm losing you?
That's the emails from the creator of the system. The emails from the website that you get.
I'm sorry, my mic must be messing up. Could you repeat that?
Saying those emails that you're talking about, that's the creator of the system. He actually, honestly, he didn't come up with the marketing methods, but he does share them with everybody, and he does give you the system for free. So,
Yeah. So
unless you were talking
it's
about something specific.
well, like certain like I'm involved in like several different projects right now as far as making money. I mean, I do I have this system that I work with. I do some a little bit more complex. I guess I don't know if it's more complex, but I do something a little bit different. I do affiliate marketing and other things like that. Of course, I'm also, people, I help people with their video, and audio. Well, mainly video. Try to, do graphics and help them do some video stuff, and that's always great. But it was, like I have another program that I had joined, and one of the first emails I got, says that that the person, the email I got said they're making, $10,000+ and I'm like, really, wow, and you always think, oh yeah, sure, but really they actually are, that's the trick, but they put down the foundations. They figured out what works for them, and they're uh, that was 17 minutes ago. Um, they put down the foundations, and they've done the work. And now, a couple years later, they have the money. They're reaping what they sow. So it's really, I don't know, Dan. You're just gonna have to throw me a lifesaver here because as I said, with how easy it is and how simple it is to get started and to follow and get involved. I can't. I mean, anybody that I don't know. I just, like you said, like I really getting discouraged. I get discouraged when you tell me about a story like somebody like that, because that makes me go, why? And you had a great analogy, something about leading somebody to knowledge.
When you're gonna have to remind me
It was
because
like
you know I
you
have a
can lead
horrible
a
memory.
person to knowledge, but you can't make them think, or something like that, or but you kind of twisted it. I can't remember. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah, I don't remember either, honestly, because we actually do a lot. So,
we've got a lot of those
so
sayings.
I'm not sure what it is, but basically, let me give it to you. Let me give it to you in a nutshell. Free if you follow the videos, be up and running in as little as a few hours. If you're willing to do it, it's not hard. It's very simple. So that yellow button right below this video says "Get started today." Again, that's where you get started today.
Join now, and you'll get a discount of $39.99. Order within the next 15 minutes, and we'll knock off $19.99. So today you'll only pay $9.99.
Yeah, but it's free, and that's really the whole point, guys. Is if you're on the fence, if you want to kick tires, well, go ahead and stand on the fence. Go ahead and kick the tires because it's not going to cost you anything to do that. So you're not going to lose anything. So I mean, the worst you could have is nothing happens. But that's going to be dependent on your work and what it is that you do. So just it's very simple. Go through the training, do it as the training shows, and you will start
Repeat,
making money.
repeat. Follow the training, watch the training, do what the training shows, repeat. Do that. Repeat. That's the problem, I think. They watch the training, they do it a little bit, repeat. You know, you do it consistency, like you said. So Like Dan said, watch the training.
Yeah, and I know that Sean, you went through 3 hours of doing video work, and you got it. Well, you can do it in only 20 or 30 minutes. Well, okay, guys, that's Sean with his professionalism. With me, when I make a video, I'm done in 5 minutes. Okay, maybe 10 if I have to, do some research or what. No, it's when I'm saying done. When I'm saying done, I'm talking about it's recorded, it's edited, it's uploaded to YouTube, and I'm out marketing that video.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
But then again,
don't
I'm a
don't
perfectionist, so
get. Well, you're a perfectionist. It's in the video production field. That's the problem. Well, don't want to say it's a problem because it's not a problem, but
no,
you know
it's just
what to do.
yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, don't
We
be a
still love you, Sean.
perfectionist. Just make the dang videos and get out there and do it. As I said, you don't have to beat out Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, or anything. We don't have to make Super Bowl commercials. You don't have to do that. If you want to get out there, just Dan, let's give me a 20-second, 30-second pitch, the perfect pitch, 20, 30 seconds to wrap this whole thing up. All right, how about that? How to basically lights, camera. You're right in front of your camera. You're making a video, and we're gonna wrap up this hangout with that pitch. How's that sound? This is something that you could do, and
I
then
can,
it would just be literally upload it and then send this out to the world. So this is how we would Dan's way of making the video. What do you think?
okay, although we've already done that, I don't know if you remember,
Yeah, no. Well,
but
we just
that's
gave the
okay.
example. We gave the example of what of what you can do. I'm just saying now it's this will roll out with that. We'll end the note on a good version and we'll say goodbye with that. So uh, Dan's going to wrap us up with the perfect, well, not we'll say the most perfect um, video that we can do. Take it away, my friend.
This is pretty much in a nutshell all it takes. Guys, what I'm offering to you is it comes with free training. It comes with a free website. All you have to do is follow the instructions, and you can start making money online at home, drinking coffee in your pajamas. So click that Get Started Today button, and we'll see you on the other side.